Alrighty guys, what is up? I'm gonna turn my mic down a little bit because it looks like it's a little too high. But welcome back. I am back. It's been, I think, like 6 days since I made a video. That has mainly been because I completely reinstalled my system from scratch. I set it up exactly the same way. I was just unhappy with the amount of tools that I was installing, mainly for the sake of just getting other stuff to work. So I have a pretty bad habit of doing that. Instead of just uninstalling and removing the dependencies, I kind of just end up reinstalling my system and getting to the same point I was just from a base install and a couple less programs. Like I just installed NeoFetch like a couple hours ago, and I am pretty sure it says that I have like just under 600 packages. And my computer does everything that your computer does. Probably. Maybe not everything, but no, definitely not everything. But it works for me. Major changes that I have done to my system so far. Let me just switch right over into it. Hold on. This is, I'm gonna call this, there we go. Had to switch screens, and then now I'm gonna pop over. Alrighty, so this is my prompt. I was doing a little theming. I've been trying out the cappuccino theme. I think I showed you guys in one of the videos. I'm pretty sure I showed you guys in one of the videos. I'm not entirely sure. It's my favorite, one of my favorites, top 3 definitely. And so I've been trying out the theme, and so far I think it works, kind of, not really. I definitely know that certain things have changed, like the heart, and I believe the color of the prompt has changed. I still did not. I did go around to get my polybar a little more customized, but then I started changing my theme, so then now it doesn't look as good as it did last time. So hopefully by next video that will be changed. The biggest thing that I have been stuck on has been neovim. So I have actually completely stripped down my I wanted to lure, but I have completely stripped down my neovim config. I actually completely uninstalled it. Then I installed neovim from source, configured it on the nightly branch, and so now I'm running the latest neovim possible. And I've spent the last 16 to 17 hours just Googling the best way to configure this neovim setup. Let me turn my volume down a little bit more. It looks like it's clipping a little bit. Hope that doesn't mess it up too much. That doesn't look like it does. Oops, I just tapped my mic. Alright, but I have definitely installed neovim and configured it a bunch of times, and I always restart because, like I said in the start of this video and series, I feel like I don't learn anything. That's why I'm recording stuff now. And since I have been recording, I've definitely felt myself become more involved in the things that I am working on and the things that I'm doing. Not so much that sometimes I look at a video and see that people have watched it, but more so to know that, like, I have something a little more there to hold me accountable for the things that I've said, and the things that I would like to do. So I feel as though I've become a lot more focused on a lot of the things, which is kind of why it's taken me a lot longer to make this video than I thought it would. Not that I'm on a strict schedule, but with what I was doing, I feel as though I still kind of do think about what people would watch, so I don't just record everything I do, especially since I'm not editing these videos. I I think what I end up doing is I might just do, like, either live stream, like quiet live streams with like some synth boy or lo-fi girl playing in the background, or just record myself going through what I'm doing and how I'm going about doing it. No annotation or nothing. Maybe those videos might be a little more edited, because obviously there's going to be some things that I'm going to be doing that it's just going to make no sense whatsoever unless there's like some kind of dialogue, especially when something fails, or because a lot of the things I do are especially window manager related. So you're going to like see my screen flash, and then you might see it flash like 3 or 4 times, and that's just gonna be me out of anger, like, why isn't this working? And so definitely got a little distracted there, but I just want to say the videos are definitely helping me. I feel it. So now let's get back to what I was doing, which was neovim. Not that I got rid of it, that I got rid of everything neovim related. I built it from scratch. Now here we are, and this is my current init file. Just this one line right here. So I've been looking at a lot of configs online. The reason why there's a lot of spaces there is because I plan on adding some comments and stuff like that. But I've been reading online and looking at everybody's configs, and in Lua, you have a Lua file, a folder which holds all your Lua code, which apparently can be sourced pretty well by the one-time path and stuff that I don't understand yet. So actually we're gonna cd into just the Lua file, cause when I'm gonna run vim from here, so I have a user folder and a plugins folder under a Lua folder, which everything under the Lua folder is sourced by the one-time path, and everything in the plugins is sourced by my plugin manager, which allows me to like lazy load plugins and a bunch of stuff that I've learned last night that would have made for a great video. Granted, it wasn't nighttime and people were sleeping, but it would have been like just a good video rant diary type of thing. Maybe I might just make those and keep those private. That would probably just be a good idea. Just keep the camera rolling. That makes sense. Okay. So anyway, in my user folder, I have another init Lua folder, which this is the start of all the features that I started working on. So for some reason, I don't know why, if it's just my computer, the way it's set up or something, the way I have it built or anything, I cannot get my map leader to work without remapping it to nothing first, which makes, I don't know why, but I've seen other people's configs where they could set their map leader to space. That's what this is, by the way, the empty space, it's spacebar. So I put spacebar, for example, spacebar FT, it opens up my my tree. This is NeoTree plugin. Sadly, I can honestly tell you that I only have about 3 plugins. And this is, I thought the other one was gonna show up, but it didn't. So I'm gonna go Control W H up, and then I'm gonna press T for tab, open that in a new tab. This number 2 up here, this is the first feature, actually this and this, it's the first feature of my second plugin, which is my buffer line. So now I added some key bindings where I can press Alt 1 to go to the first tab, Alt 2, Alt 3, and so now something so simple is so useful. For those of you who don't use Vim, or have never used Vim, or know and use Vim, and have been using Vim for as long as I've been alive, I know there's some things that could easily be said. And for the people who don't use Vim and who use Emacs, I know there's some things that could be said, and how I'm doing things, but I don't care. I mean, it'll hurt my feelings if you comment about it, but I'll take it. But this is for me. Like I said, it's not for you. I'm not expressing my opinions. I'm just showing you guys what I've learned, and by you guys I mean me, because it's a me thing. You get it. But anyway, yes, so now I could switch tabs, which these are not tabs, these are buffers, and I'm not gonna say anymore before I say something incorrect, before that's gonna be my next research today, because I'm working on this pretty much all day. But yeah, so the editor.lua and colorscheme.lua are in my plugins folder, and I've spent the last 10-15 hours figuring out how to write these files in a proper new neovim Lua way with the plugin manager that I use, which is lazyvim, which is lazy.nvim, which allows me to pretty much lazy load plugins like it sounds like. I'm pretty sure I have a window browser. Oh, that is not that. This, here it is. Alright. So yeah, lazyvim, it's a plugin manager. Allows me to manage my plugins. That makes sense to me. Wait a second. Oh, yeah, there you go. Sheesh. So I could up top press what I need to see. It shows me all my plugins. all my plugins are loaded right now. But for example, I could do quit all. I could open back up neovim right now, and then as you can see right here, only my color scheme and my are installed. Nothing else is actually loaded. But I find that so crazy. As somebody who used Vim for so long, and I say so long because I honestly been using it for like 7-8 years on and off. So it's a shame that I don't know it as much as I should right now. But none of these, like my buffer line up top is not loaded in yet. My tree is not loaded in yet. And then these 3 are dependencies that won't get loaded. And it tells you right there, these 3 are all dependencies of NeoTree. And then the minute I let's see if I could open it from here. Yeah. And then it just loaded it just like that. That's amazing. But and then this won't open up until I press Alt-1. Like these are the key bindings that's cool. That now that I know what those key bindings and why they have the descriptions there, that's cool. But anyway, oh yeah. That's neovim. Another thing that I am going to be doing is no, it's audio 1. There we go. I have actually. Oh yeah. One of the bigger things I've done. I released my first open source project, which is actually pretty impressive considering I had no idea how any of this stuff works. I don't know if I have it working on this computer yet. Yeah, I don't have it yet installed, but pretty much what it is this. I even got this is my first readme, guys. I've never done anything like this. This is incredible, and I'm just super proud of the fact that I was even able to do this. And it took a lot of work, just understanding why I was that's the thing. I knew I was posting it, but I didn't want to post stuff that I didn't completely, not 100% understand, but enough. I knew enough about it. Like this README, for example, this is like a standard template that you could get, where it's how it should be. Certain things, you got your description right here. It gives you a table of contents, then install usage, stuff like that. And what's even crazier is I made a make file, which in Linux this tells your system how to make the file. And I posted this on Reddit, and they told me I was completely wrong, which I granted they were right, and there's some things I got to do to change this and make it better. I haven't touched it yet though. That's on my chopping block too. But I've also made a release, so this was actually pretty cool too. So you can actually download these files right here, and I didn't put the install directions right here, which I probably could edit this and do that, but taking these, you can take the same instructions, and then boom, that's incredible. Very impressive. My dot files, I obviously have two right here. I'm probably gonna get rid of them both. It's an ongoing battle with my dot files right now. I never know how I want to work with them and what I want to do. In terms of repositories, I think that's it. Another thing I've been working on is, yeah, that was my face. That was scary. Holy. I'm gonna be doing Go again. I'm gonna be learning Go. And one of the reasons why I was going so hard on my editor and trying to set it up was to actually do these programs locally using my text editor. And a lot of the things that I want to do and a lot of the things that interest me are terminal based. Even though I'm not like the greatest at using the terminal, I feel when I see the benefits of using the terminal, and like I understand that once I get good at it, like the things I can do will be incredible and I'll never have to leave it. Like even just the usefulness of IRC and discovering that was like mind blowing. I've gotten more help on IRC than I've ever gotten online, period. Like, and that's within like a month of discovering it. And like there's some serious problems that like you just like look at Stack Overflow and you're like, dude, they're gonna roast me if I ask this. And like I went on IRC, like one dude posted a website that I never even heard of. Shell check, guys. It's I already switched over. I'm not gonna switch back and stuff, but sorry, I think I tapped my mic. And before I could even ask my question, he was like, "Did you use shell check?" And I used shell check, and it's like a linter. It linted my code. It fixed a couple problems that didn't stop my program from running at all. And they fixed the problems that I was going to ask. And I was shocked. Like the resources on IRC was incredible. Command line resources, I feel as though they're the best. I'm a complete diehard fan. And Go, by far, I think has some of the coolest and most active contributors to like TUIs, terminal user interfaces, and that's what really gets me excited about programming again. So Golang, I've been working on Lua because of neovim, and I have a couple ideas of what I'm gonna build with Golang. I got two video games that I play that are pretty much APIs, and they're like you build the space economy and you do all this stuff. And they have two separate APIs and stuff like that, and I could just call them from the terminal, and I want to be able to do that, and well, I will be able to do that. And I believe I can't think of anything else. I'm gonna keep working on my note tracker thing, my shish that I'm the owner and I didn't even think about it. Mish, maish. So maish. Yeah, there we go. That's what it's called, maish. And I'm gonna go back on Reddit and review the feedback for that and try to make that better. So for those of you who are watching and stuck around this far, thank you. Just even seeing the numbers, like I explained earlier, it like I could only now imagine how people with thousands and millions of views feel. I have, I got my highest view video was like 89, and like I feel like, holy cow, like it's, I don't know, it's a wonderful thing. And to know that that many people watched it with me being like unedited, like organic and stuff like that, like that's how I'm gonna keep it. And like I'm not doing it for the views, but man, I tell you, those views feel nice. And so if you have anything to say or anything, I will always comment. Especially once I get the notification. That's like one of the coolest things too. Talking to random people, like I just said, IRC. Like I got a itch that I need to scratch now. Like talking to random people and learning stuff is incredible. But thank you again. And this was more of a talking and understanding video on my Linux journey. I definitely discovered some things for that. So I guess I'm discovering the point of these videos as I speak. So I'm just gonna get off. Alright guys, have a good one.